Hi, I'm Jesus Christ. You may remember me from such feats as turning water into wine, or dying for the sins of the world so that you may have eternal life. You may have noticed I've kind of taken a break since my birthday. I was a little upset that everyone was partying with Santa Claus and not me, but it's the world we live in today. So as I've been out, I have been taking a look around at the earth and how you've been stewards of it, or not been stewards of it, and I'm really not happy with what I found, and I really think you guys are due for another flood. But I did promise not to do that anymore, and you have the rainbow as as proof of that, and rainbows are everywhere these days because these are different times. So, as of right now, I'm not planning on flooding the world, but I can send things like droughts or, regional floods to teach you a lesson. And I can change my mind. If you look at the fine print in the Old Testament, I am allowed to change my mind about what I'm going to do, so you probably should start being stewards of the earth. So I keep finding all this garbage lying around, like shit like this. Like, y'all make styrofoam cups out of the hydrocarbon. Like, okay, so I gave you this awesome world with everything that you need to get by, right? And I give you, like, mental faculties and stuff. And so you find ways to fuck up the world that I gave you. So, like, these things really trip me out, right? Okay, so because you guys got plenty of the ability to make biodegradable shit, right? But you're like, oh, let's make fucking styrofoam and throw it away. And then, oh yeah, plastic straws. Did you guys ever read the Old Testament? Remember when y'all had to go down to the River Jordan and you needed to cut down the amount of men in the army? There was only men in the army back then. It was a different time. And so everyone go down and drink. And the ones that like bend down and drink it like a little bitch, those are the ones that don't make the cut. And the ones that pick it up and drink it like that, those are the ones that God likes. And now we got these dudes that are like, I'm a real man. I drink with a straw. You're not going to take my plastic straws away from me. I'm an alpha male. I drink with a straw. What the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? You guys would not cut it in the Old Testament. So, as an alternative to flooding you guys, or, parching your earth, or one of the other many things that I used to do back in the day, but I've kind of chilled out since I had a kid, which was me, because I'm my own dad, but I'm also my own son, but I'm in my own son character right now. It's kind of complicated, but just have faith and it will make sense to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some self-watering planters out of the garbage that you guys keep leaving around. This right here is a tray of self-watering planters made from... This right here is a tray of self-watering planters made from garbage that I found y'all humans leaving around. The way these work is, well, they go in a tray that is filled with about an inch or so of water, and in the bottom I have perlite, but you can use really anything, marbles, rocks, sand, whatever kind of shit you find lying around. And inside I have a piece of cardboard that is cut to fit it. And you see the cloth that I used as a wick, it's made from these sleeves that I cut off, so you all can see the strength of the Lord your God. Just these little things because you are going to need to, the water's going to be up to like right here, right? So you need to wick that water up to where the plants can get it. So to separate the potting soil or whatever mixture you're going to put in there, I use a piece of cardboard. You can use whatever the fuck you want. And then to hold the wick up and to keep it down in position, to make sure that the water is getting where you need it to go, I use the little scraps of cardboard from cutting the cardboard. I found an L shape or something similar to an L shape works the best. And just wrap the thingamajig around it. and shove it through. Did I mention a hole was cut there? In case you couldn't figure that out. So you got something like this, and it's going to stay in position. And then you simply put that in your perlite or whatever bottom mixture you have. You may need to kind of tilt it to the side and shake it around. You want both of them to be in the center. So the wick will go all the way down, suck the water up in the center where the roots can get to it. And then, say if you use a old 2-liter, I don't know why y'all bitches throw these things away. I use them for everything, you know, grain storage, water storage. It's a food grade container, and they're one-time use. Like, how fucking stupid are you guys? And now I have a funnel and also a scoop. And pour it in there. And when you pour it in, you may need to tilt it to the side until it gets around the wick. You want to make sure that you're not knocking the wick to the side. You need to adjust it. Make sure the wick is in the center. I'll fill it up more when I finish the planting. And then just get your seed packets, or preferably saved seeds, because everyone knows good Christians save their seeds. That's what you're supposed to do. I told you to save your seeds in the Bible and not buy them at the store. These were, of course, given to me as, what do you call it, like offerings and shit from people I know. Especially the, you know, save your own seeds, because I will destroy the world again if you don't. That's what it's going to take these days, y'all. Didn't listen to my shit before, so there's going to be an environmental apocalypse coming. Just a little advance notice. Let he who hath wisdom do something about it. So, get your little wicks, put them in the little thingy, and then sprinkle your seeds on the top, and then fill the tray up with water. Well, not even all the way up. Enough, maybe an inch or so. This one was a cake pan that I found outside of a garbage can. They didn't even manage to get it into the garbage can. But it will hold water, an inch, inch and a half. Enough to thoroughly soak the wick, so it'll suck up the moisture to moisten the planting mixture where the roots of your herbs can get it. And these you can do them in the winter. They work really good in the winter. They also work very good in the summer, and you can do these on really any scale. You can use like a big, you know, the big plastic tubs, or I prefer to use, you know, the waste that you stupid humans produce, because you just don't fucking get it. And, you know, I don't have to go out and buy a container just for it, or a rain gutter, or a trough. You could use those if you got them lying around, but if you don't got them lying around, just find what other shit that other stupid humans throw away, and you can use that, just entirely recycled material. And, you know, you could build kind of like frame type things on a window. You could have like an entirely green window in the, really in any what do you call those things? When you got 12 months, it's about seasons. You know the cross how it's the 4 seasons. I'm just kidding. It was actually how I died. It has nothing to do with the seasons. Anyone that says it's the seasons is a pagan. And I know I did say to burn them a couple times. We are walking back on that. It's a different time. You may notice I picked this up and lifted it to my lips as I drank it. That's because I'm a tough guy, because I'm Jesus. Only pussies, and I don't mean that in a misogynist way, I'm trying to use toxic masculine terms to explain it to people who suffer from toxic masculinity. If you insist on drinking out of a plastic straw, you're kind of a pussy. Same way that if you say that you're a real man because you eat meat, perhaps you should be aware that females also eat meat. Remember that next time you make that argument. This is not beer, by the way. I'm still on the wagon, and I am doing great, as you can see. Like that. It's actually kombucha. I make my own kombucha now. So, I hope that you have learned from this and are going to stop making trash and leaving it all over my earth that I made that you can use. It's my world. You're just living in it. You need to remember that. And if you keep fucking it up, you will pay the consequences. All right? I'm really... Do you guys know about that fucking trash thing in the middle of the ocean? I really should have smitten you guys a long fucking time ago about that shit. But I'm a very gracious and loving God. And I'm giving you a second chance again and again and again. And you guys still got a few years in which you can do something about it. But if you don't, I am going to have to do something. And we'll see who inherits the earth from there. Alright? So, have a nice day.